Today I'm going to share the 3 mistakes that I made when I first started applying for remote nursing jobs. Now, I did start my remote nursing career at 60. I didn't have any experience, and I am not tech savvy. Matter of fact, I have to ask my daughter to help me. Show me what to do on TikTok. Show me what to do. That's the truth. I am not tech savvy. So you may be thinking, how did she get a remote job? I'm getting ready to tell you a couple of things that will really help you. So when I first decided I wanted to get a remote job working from home, I just started applying for jobs. I said, I'm going to get me a job. I started looking for jobs and I started applying. Well, guess what happened? Nothing. I didn't hear from anyone. I didn't get no rejection letters. And so then I started researching, trying to find out information, and you all probably know that information is scattered. You could find a little bit over here, a little bit over there, a piece of it over here, and I said, I'm gonna find out what I need to do. So I found out when you're applying for a remote nursing job, it is not like applying for a hospital. You know, when you apply for a hospital or a clinic, you go put your application in, HR calls you and all that. It's not like that remote nursing. A computer chooses the applicants that they're going to interview, so you have to have what they call an ATS friendly resume, or you won't even be noticed. You will not even get picked. It will just spit your and just bypass your resume. So I found out what ATS was. I created my own resume, and then I started applying. Now, I still was unfocused, so I was just applying for everything I could possibly. I didn't even hardly read the job description because I was just trying to get my resume out there. And then guess what happened after that? I started getting rejection letters. I said, oh, I done moved up. At first, I was getting totally ignored, but now I'm getting some rejection letters, which means that the computer is picking up my resume. And so I said, well, maybe I probably need to start researching these different roles, and see. Well, let me just tell you, when I started looking at roles, I found out that there are it's more than 30, but I looked at least 30 different types of remote nursing roles. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that. And I'm sure most of you don't know that either. And every role is different. And so I chose like 2 or 3 that I was interested in, and I just applied for those. Okay, got past that hurdle. Now here's another hurdle. Okay, I got the right resume. I have the different roles that I'm gonna apply for, so I'm just applying for them. And then I didn't even notice that some of the jobs I was applying for had over 200 applicants, 300, 400, 1,000 applicants. I'm like, what in the world? Remote nursing is very, very competitive. So again, I'm starting researching because I'm like, I'm gonna get me a remote job. So I'm like, and I started praying, Lord help me, God help me. He really did, he helped me. So I said, I'm gonna find out, what do you need to do to be at the top? How do you be chosen? Okay, so I can't give you all of it in this video, but there are several things that you can do to get your application to the top. But let me just tell you this, even if you get chosen for an interview and you don't know what's going on, like I didn't know what was going on at first. I did eventually get to the point, graduate to the point I was getting interviews, but I was so unprepared. I knew when I was doing an interview, I was not confident. I couldn't really answer the questions. And so again, I went back to the drawing board, went to prayer, and then, with the help of the Lord, I was able to find out how to be competitive. And so basically the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any gentlemen watching, is that remote nursing is, I'm gonna say it's available. There's a lot of remote nursing jobs out there, but most of us as nurses, we don't understand any of it, and we think we can just go start applying like we did when we was going to the hospital or long-term care or clinic. They're hungry for people. You know, you could probably almost guarantee yourself a job if you go to a hospital. It's not like that with remote nursing. There's a lot of jobs. I'm gonna repeat that. There's a lot of jobs. Matter of fact, Indeed put out a report that says remote jobs have increased 350% since COVID. And it's probably gone up even since then. And these are jobs all over the U.S. It's not just in one state. It's more and more in demand. But you have to, if you're really interested in it and you really want a position, you're going to have to find out about remote nursing. It is not difficult. It's just a matter of understanding how it works, what the different employers are looking for, and be able to talk to them about remote nursing. They will provide on-the-job training, but they want a nurse that has some kind of foundation, you know. And so once I got my foundation, and again, it was pulling all kind of information together. Yes, then I got a job offer. And so if you want more information, if you're serious and you want to find out about remote nursing, go to nursesworkfromhome@gmail.com and send me an email and just tell me you're interested, and I will send you my information. The other thing you can do is I do have a Facebook page, and it's under my name, Donna Holland. And on my Facebook page is Donna Holland, HOLLAND. I post remote jobs for beginners. And again, you can just start looking at jobs if you want to, but I promise you, with all the people that are applying, if you don't have some type of foundation, you will be spinning your wheels. And I didn't tell you how long I was doing this back and forth trying to figure out what was going on. It was about a year and a half. So again, if you want some straight answers, you want to know how to get to it and get serious about it, email me and I'll tell you how it works.